go. Drive 170 miles. Car's tight. Good morning, guys. You joined me from behind the wheel of a Mercedes Actros today. We got a 16'2" trailer on the back, double decker. We've got a double drop today. I've never been here before. One down in Camberley, and then the second one over in Maidenhead. I spoke to a couple of the drivers. They're all going, ooh, you know, but apparently there's a bit of a windy one down into the entrance to the one, two blindside reverses from main roads into side units, so we'll see how it is down the road. I'm not going to make a very long video today with loads of time lapses and stuff. My film is going into the town where it's supposed to be windy and very tight. Apparently it's, you know, cigarette paper either side of the car going down, so that should be interesting. But I'm not going to film loads of time lapse of motorway today. Try and keep the video shorter and sharper. Let's see if I can get a few more subscribers in with some shorter videos. So, without further ado, I'll switch this off and I'll bring you back along later on and try and talk you through these manoeuvres I'm doing. It's going to be new to me as well. I've never been down this place before, so we'll just have to see how she goes when we get there. So I'm not even onto the motorway yet. It's mainly motorway all the way down to Bracknell, so like I said, I'll get you rigged up when we get to the town, and we'll have a look what we got. go, drive 170 miles. Car's tight. You're alright, lads? There we go, drop done. Head back now. I was going to take my half-hour break while I was sat just then, because there was a gentleman parked in the disabled bay on the way out, and it was such a tight squeeze. As you can see, I had to take up the whole road. So I popped it on break for 5 minutes, but when I saw him jump back in, I thought my best bet is to get out, blast on down. I should have plenty of time to reach Reading service, yeah. So I can get to the services at Reading, maybe went the other lane then, and then I can have my half hour there rather than being stuck where I just was. That was a bit of a squeeze, and there was no way of turning left out of there. So there we go, bit different today. Guy who unloaded me there was awesome. He was a legend, he was really cool. That was quite tricky work, as they had a massive backlog of cages as well, so I'm more full now. As much as I haven't got the weight I had on at the start, I'm more full now than I was when I left this morning, because both places had loads and loads of empty cages. That place, the lifters broke, so they're unloading all the cages down in the shop, so they got to get rid of them quick, whereas normally they'll put them into a warehouse and they'll slowly start filtering through them and stuff. So yeah, so I am loaded at the moment, but that's what we get paid to do. We're not going to complain. Got a bloody sweat on, mind. Always bring a can of deodorant with you, bloody hell. Sweating conkers I was. It's supposed to be tricky now because everyone's going to dive at the inside. It was the same when I was on my way in. I was trying to dive around the inside. Obviously my truck's going to cut both these lanes, but I'm not going to talk all the way back. There's just the update. As you can see, it was crazy tight when I reversed in. Crazy tight. And you don't have to believe me if you don't want, but I ended up straight there first time. First time of asking. But when I reversed back, I was looking on the other side when I reversed in, and I was thinking, bloody hell, that's tight. It only looked like I had about an inch clearance on the other pole. And I did. I only had about an inch, but that side I was on, which I've taken that little picture of, that's genuinely where I ended up when I reversed back. You know, so I had the trailer, you know, I didn't put it there because the trailer door was up, but once I brought the shelf down to unload, that's how close it was. I mean, millimeters. So there you go. Obviously I'm claiming I did it on purpose, obviously. That's exactly how close I meant it to be. But if I went any further the other way, I would have been that tight on the other side, so it's a bit of a tricky one, that. Bit of a tricky one, but they were sound down there. I had yards to pull into. I say tricky pulling out, but we're out and we're back on the road. So there's enough of my chatting, and there's the worst part of the town centre gone. So now it's just pretty much a dual carriageway all the way back to the M4 and then a blast all the way back down the M4. So much shorter video today. I'm trying to keep them shorter, see if I can keep people's attention span longer. And again, I appreciate all of you who bothered watching. If you could leave a like, subscribe, that would be amazing, because I've noticed the videos, they're all over the shop, up and down. So yeah, if you could leave a like and a subscribe, you know, it's free, and I love watching it when it's creeping up gentle. If I could hit 400 subscribers, I'd be absolutely buzzing. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thanks again for all watching. That car in front just went straight through a red light. Do you see him? Do you see him? Oh, I'm glad I didn't turn it off. Look at me. That's going to dash cams. But yeah, everyone, take it easy, take care, and I'll get you on with another video. Let me know if you prefer these shorter videos or whether you're happy with me throwing you a time lapse halfway across the country. I'll do a mix of both. I mean, if you don't like watching the shorts, don't worry, they're not for you. Don't unsubscribe, just don't watch them. I found when I put the shorts up, I tend to get more people finding my videos, so that's the reason I'm doing those shorts. So even if they're not your cup of tea, don't let me chase you away from the channel. I'm not going to start making all these little skits all the time, but it does help a few more people find their way to the channel. So all the best, guys. You all take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Type on here, guys. It's my seatbelt alarm, that is. So as we're low to these places, there's cars parked blooming everywhere, so they don't have to pay for parking in the town centre. So I'm trying to reverse a double-decker trailer. down and round the corner when there's Mercedes on one side, transit vans parked up here. I can't see nothing, so I'm going to jump out and have another look. Big blind corner. Say, guys, take your time, take your time. Take your guess the types of cars in the way. If you guess BMW, Audi, Porsche, then well done, you were right. Watch how quick they cry if I bloody hit one now. So there's our first drop. It took a lot longer than I was hoping, to be honest. So I'm going to Maidenhead after this, and all the other drivers, you got the option of just doing your drop here, driving to Maidenhead, and then swinging back out towards sorry, I'm just double checking my route a minute. Double checking my route before I go any further. Yeah, loads of people. Honestly, he didn't even look until the last second when she's almost ready driving into me. Okay, so when I come out Princess Street one way, okay, there's only one way I can go. Yeah, no, what lots of the drivers tend to do is do their drop here. That's the road, lovely, that's the road. They do their drop here, won't pick up any of the empty cages in the waste. And then they will swing back through on the way back down the motorway. But that'll probably land me smack bang in the middle of rush hour traffic trying to drive back into another town centre. So I chose the other option, which is to get unloaded, shuffle everything around, get as much salvage on the back now, and then go straight down to my next drop over in Maidenhead. And then I can just head straight back down the motorway and it saves me driving back into another town centre. The only problem with that is, after I unloaded my 18 cages here, I had to move the 18 cages I'm taking to Maidenhead to get them out of the way to put the recycling on, otherwise I would have had to have done it down the other side. I don't know how much room I've got down the other way. So yeah, so it was a little bit of a tricky one. So now I was working my way out of here. Now we got to wind out and round as always. There's no bloody room. This car's parked. The street furniture. So we'll just see how she goes, and then we'll see how it looks when we get into Maidenhead. But yeah, a lot harder than I was expecting that one then. Just because of bad planning. So there we go. We'll crack on. We've done the drop. We'll see what we've got next. So you want to drive lorries, guys? Right. Like a left by right. Gasping for a brew as well. I may dive over before I get to Maidenhead, since I've already lost a fair chunk of time doing that drop. I stopped for 10 minutes to have a brew. I don't think there'll be too many complaints.